Alright, can you hear me? That's great. I'm glad. A little bit. Not crazy glad. It'd be disappointment. No, just kidding. It's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. Perfect. Alright. Amazing. Alright, what's up, guys and girls? Men and women. Let's play some Fallout. It's been a little bit, but that's okay. We gotta go travel to the Forbidden Zone. Should be exciting. You know what, though? I don't hear anything. I got an audio glitch. Shoot. Oh, never mind. I take it back. I don't know why I couldn't hear nothing. I think I'm in a good spot, right? How's my body? Good. Everything's good. How's my weapons? Good. Well, apparently I don't have anything selected. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? That's my mission. Travel to the Forbidden Zone Dome. Find all the audio samples. I gotta go to the Forbidden Zone anyways. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Go to the big game. Today we're drinking some Nuka Grape. Perfect for gaming. Whoa. I've never seen scorpions right outside the place. That's interesting. But that's okay, we're gonna mess them up. I think it was energy weapon. They hate energy weapons. Advanced layer 45 by 3. I think that's what it was. Hollow rifle. Let's see what the hollow rifle can do. Nothing. That's no. We ain't doing that. Thunder. Nope. Down. Get down.
Destroy this one, I'll make more. Stop that! You're damaged.
There's something moving over there. Is my guy gonna start healing? What time is it? Shoot, I'm not gonna start healing. To the sink. Let's just go sleep on the bed. Probably the best way to do that.
Someday, I'd like to meet the man who's got no blues to sing.
That is the worst audio ever. Oh my god. I realize I didn't button my shirt up. My undershirt. Oh. Alright, let's try this again. Perfect. Alright, let's go. Alright, now I'm a little scared to go straight over to the area. But maybe I can squeeze through somewhere. Like right here. That's a lot. Dumb idea. Let's try. Why are there so many there? Wow. Not cool. Ugh.
If you haven't found any communists in your backyard, you're not
hang on
looking
there.
hard enough.
Stay away from me. Really? Why are my guns so useless?
Oh, hit my Robo-Scorpion, will you? Robo-Scorpion, attack! Stop that! You'll damage the hull! Go, my minion! Sting them in the name of all that is moving! Destroy this one, I'll make more!
What are you doing?
Destroy this one, I'll make more! science.
Using? Man, I'm starting to get pissed. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'll be right back. My dog is begging to go outside. Pause. Pause. Pause.
3 angry death claws make
Pause.
for a lot of reconstructive
Pause.
surgery.
I can't pause the game. Oh, now I can. Give me a moment. I'm back. Did you miss me? What's going on with my hat? Alright. Oh. Alright. Oh, like the robot was pushing me. Here we go.
There we go.
Adjusting lights for maximum concentration levels.
Oh shit. Hi, Thunder Bear. Here we go.
X-42 giant robo scorpion is alive! Awaken, my pet! Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is
killed this biggest scorpion. It's got a sting. I guess wasn't really expecting me to kill it as soon as I walked in. Hmm. Wait, I think. Pretty sure this is where it came from. Okay. That would explain why I didn't see that. Or I just wasn't paying attention. Okay. Hmm. Guess we'll go find movies. What is that? Oh, it looks just like the think tank. There he is. My enemy. This looks the same. That's fucking weird. Sleeping. Oh. That's a lot of mentats. Damn. We're taking them all? Do they have weight? No, they don't. Wow. It's like the lifetime supply of mentats right here. What's happening? Okay. Keep picking stuff up. I don't mean to.
I do so love integers. I don't think he ever comes upstairs. Brain. Is that where my brain is?
Scrubs. Did I left them in the truck? Alright, let's go confront this guy.
Hmm? Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely. Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat? I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-erific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end. Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I. Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. The anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition. Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon Mentats break.
Nice.
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose. I find things curious as well. Go on. Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming in from the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts. Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the raisins better than I do. Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I, although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming. Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then... The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail. Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional. Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do. Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host. There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts. Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem. And the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it.
Morbin time.
And once they're off the reservation... I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other data rides the fear carrier wave. It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly. Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried. The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit, why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either. Yes, my overly aggressive, cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so. Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats. Do you? You seem fine without it. And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite
This guy wants to keep my
independent,
brain.
has all manner of opinions.
It's not gonna happen.
Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes. Indeed,
Not bland.
Look who finally dragged themselves in out of
Oh
the
my god,
wasteland.
I'm talking in my own brain.
And where have we been? Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
This is too weird, I'll be back later.
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie?
Why are you such a dick?
Yes, well, believe me, the opposite is equally true. Good Lord, have you bathed at all since they pulled me out of you? Well, that's a completely different matter. The tank isn't biological. It's not the same at all. After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome. I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though. Well, as long as your curiosity is... Barring the unlikely event that I evolve some sort of rocket-propelled locomotion. Ah, the meat has returned. Lovely. Oh, had I? What exactly will you do if I don't? Not put me back in that cranial dungeon you call your head? Heavens forbid. By all means, if the idea of spending the rest of your days as a true lobotomite appeals to you. Actually, come to think of it, you probably wouldn't mind that. You wouldn't. That's inhuman. You're a monster. A deranged, self-destructive monster. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you. If you want me back, we need to establish some ground rules.
Now we're talking.
First, showers. Second, regular checkups. Regular, mind you, and from a reputable doctor. Third, you need to listen to me more than your hormonal choir and genitalian orchestra. Promise me that, and you've got a deal. Really? I didn't expect you to actually agree to that. I'm afraid that was a bit of a bluff, really. I'm not going with you.
Wow.
no. Please, don't leave me here in this nice, safe dome where I have access to nutritive fluids and a fully indexed library. Please don't deprive me of being dragged through a landscape so bleak it was actually improved by the end of the world. I don't know how I could bear it. What did you think all those self-preservation instincts were, hmm? All those times you thought for a fleeting second, maybe I shouldn't punch that Deathclaw in the face. That was me telling you exactly how I felt before! Ugh, crawl back in there? Are you mad? I don't know where you've been. For all I know, you're riddled with disease or packing one of those delightful head wounds you seem to attract. I'm not crawling back into your head just to ooze right back out again. Even if I believe you, and I'm not saying I do, we still have one significant problem we're facing. Even if I wanted to settle myself back in your skull and go to all the trouble of reconnecting nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share. Oh, lovely. We've reached the mindless violence portion of the program. Tell me, what exactly are you, and I use the word loosely, planning? Now that you mention it, I do miss that lovely rat-a-tat-boom a bit. It's just not the same without a body to feel the recoil. What's the next step, then?
Should I go with the brain, or should I leave brain here for now?
Right! Look out, think tank! This brain is coming out of its jar! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I I hypothesize after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale. If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere. Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly. Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans. Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery. Love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear." It certainly worked for me. For a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell. Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat, and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though. Or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Alright, let's go figure that out. Would be nice to regular wasteland. Wait, what? Damn, it's so far away. I think it's up here. Patient 0. That's not patient 0. Man, it is all the way up there. How do you even get up there? sad. Does that mean I got it already? Oh man, I gotta go over there. Shit. Uh-oh. Is that it? That was it? Back to the think tank.
What's the haps? Right on. What's the hap?
Was that it?
You got some plans for me. Well, hello.
Well, hello there.
You require some additional...
Give me back my brain.
You require some additional...
I got my spine.
You require
guys.
some additional...
Let's go. Or my heart. And then let's put the spine back. Your spine is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold bonuses have doubled. Very nice. It's a pretty good deal. Alright, now we gotta go confront the think tank. But first, Dr. Fina waits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. What does that mean? Why is the light pink? Sunset sarsaparilla. Delicious. Saving up. Saving up all my caps. I don't have a sponsor, and I don't get paid from YouTube, but if you get a chance, you should check these out. Jack Link's Mr. Beast all 0 or something? 0? Tastes pretty good. They're high in protein and such. Pretty tasty. I am getting ready for the fallout. Just kidding. Alright. I feel like I'm gonna die. Oh, I really don't like how they're all sitting there looking at me.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
classification field is down. Guess what happens now?
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments. Nonsense. Confer, colleagues. Those are two words I do not recognize.
Dr. Klein, I must intersect. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dalla?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dalla, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And... You know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brain-gill beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brainial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery. What is wrong with you? You sound brain-scrubbed, blindly agreeing with the lobotomite. What?
I, for one, cannot bear to let this continue. I don't see what is to be gained by throwing another body into our labs, especially one that has done us a service, gone where we feared to go. This lobotomite doesn't deserve our knives. It deserves our respect. We should care for it, feed it, nurture it, give it the life Gabe never had.
Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutiny.
Mutiny.
And the word jism, which never made any sense to me. It's ridiculous putting j and z together like that. Nonsense. I count as 5, like the mighty human hand I once had, with its 5 penises clenched in a fist. Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our side, lobotomite. I believe... No, wait. Carry the 2, then... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. We are too scientific for that. So just surrender. You dare use logic against me?
Yes.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
Okay. You can still do that here, quietly, for me. I can bring the Mojave of this world to you. You'll be safe. And you'll still be able to explore.
For you? And for science? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Very nice. Leave the think tank. I think I did it. But as usual, I might have to talk to every individual robot.
Thank you for what you have done. I feel an odd emotion. Platitude? Attitude? No, wait. Gratitude. That's it.
The teddy bear lobotomite returns.
Okay, so nothing changes.
So is Mobius's...
Until our next visitation. Visitation.
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again.
Repeated wear and tear.
It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic, dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses. releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ, and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Big brain. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain in your head. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. 10%. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you, and you alone, between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Empty. To return to the Mojave or go back to the Big Empty from the Mojave, simply equip the Transportal Ponder as you would any weapon. Pull the trigger and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat situation, and is totally incapable of harming your enemies.
I smell sedition.
The original spine used to float here. The original heart used to be floating in here. Is everybody still toastering?
With the brains dealt with, soon we can spread our rule across the Mojave. All will eat burned toast in despair. Well, well. What of... Oh, yes. The sweet smell of spilled electric guts. The sparking diodes. I fucking live for this!
So you beat the big brains at their own game, huh? Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again. Hitting that old lonesome road.
That's funny. That's where I gotta go to next.
Please, please, please tell me you stomped Dr. O's brain into a fine paste. Did he squeal? Did he beg? God, I hope he begged. Who's the flatware bitch now, oh?
Calm down. I wonder if we can transfer all.
Anything much? No? How about now? How about now? Is this getting annoying yet? Will you put me out of my misery now? How about now?
I never trusted those think tank brains. Gave off a stench like ivory tower elitism. And brine.
And brine.
Stay low.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily concluded vis-a-vis your residence in this domicile?
Good day, sir. Good day, sir.
I trust matters regarding your brain were resolved to your satisfaction. If you're planning to stay a while...
You got anything cool? Nope.
You took care of them brains.
You're back, and the brains didn't lobotomize you. Well, not any worse, at least. Hooray!
I understand you're to be congratulated on the recovery of your missing organs. Bravo. You outbrained the big brains? That is so hot.
Thank you. Thank you, Light Switch. Now, apparently I have a transporter ponder. Oh, big mountain transporter ponder right there. Weighs nothing. I'm gonna take all my stuff. I gotta slowly walk.
Have you been flirting with the Ice Queen again? Ugh, I'm so much more fun.
Hmm. What happens if I leave everything heavy in this garbage can and then come back for it? Guess we'll figure that out in a second. Dynamite. I really don't know if I need that. so disappointed if it's not there. Ah, it's all here. Perfect. Oh, man. I've got one more DLC, which is the Lonesome Road. And then I can finally start playing the main mission. At least that's the goal. Stealth suit, which I need to get fixed. Did it count stealth boys as weapons, or... Yeah, I think I did. Do they weigh anything? They do. I got everything sorted. All right.
So, you're back. Now...
11,000 caps. Wow. Another thing I need to fix this still soon. Okay. Thanks, lady. Bye. Travel to the canyon wreckage near Prim. Near Prim. And enter the divide. Yeah, that's probably... For sure I heard somewhere that you probably should do that near the end.
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time. Everything you've been up to?
Been doing a lot of good work out there, setting in a...
I just don't know what you're trying to pull.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
Oops. Oops. Well, hello. An MRE. I don't think I've ever had that. The coordinates you received led you to this canyon filled with storm-tossed wreckage. Beyond lies the Divide. Lonesome Road is intended for experienced couriers level 25 or higher. You cannot take companions with you on the road, nor bring any you find out with you. You can carry whatever equipment and gear you have with you without restriction, however. If the journey proves too difficult or you need to resupply, you can retrace your steps and return to the Mojave at any time. If you are prepared, then continue on into the storms of the Divide. History awaits. Well, let's go. Probably end it here soon. Pass to canyon wreckage. Season. Probably should have paid and had my thing removed, my radiation. What can you do? That's crazy. This looks massive. It's no bigger than all the other DLCs. Interesting. me.
Experiment log 369248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout. Experiment. We've. Yeah. Great job.
Very interesting. That's the door it came through. Thanks for watching. Adios.